So literature is powerful and it can move you, it can help you to feel seen and heard, it can challenge you to change things about yourself or the world around you. It can help you to see the beauty in the world around you. And for me, nothing does this better than poetry. I love novels so much. I read novels far more than I read poetry. But poetry can cut you to the quick much faster. And considering the things that are in the news yesterday and today, I thought it incredibly appropriate to talk for a minute about one of my favorite poets of all time, Langston Hughes. This is the complete poems of Langston Hughes, and this is one of those books that I feel like everybody should have in their collection. If you don't know who Langston Hughes is, he is. I don't often talk about classic writers, even though I do like some classic writers, but he is definitely a classic poet who deeply impacted the world. A leader in the Harlem Renaissance movement, one of the most profound and pronounced African American writers. And you've probably read poems of his, like A Dream Deferred, but there are poems in here that are much different and deeply impactful. My favorite poem, which is one that I really have a hard time reading out loud, is a poem called Song for a Dark Girl, which is really about a young man who is mourning the loss of his lover who was hung in the South. And it's hard to read those kind of things, but we're talking about the 1920s, and our news stories have what they have in them today. And so I think we need to read more. We need to be opening more books by our classic African American authors, the Langston Hugheses and the James Baldwins. And we need to hear the pain that they've endured for centuries because it can challenge us to make a difference. So I highly recommend that you become more familiar with Langston Hughes, with the Harlem Renaissance, and that with this book that you pick it up.